Our guest today is Sir Alex Njive, Lisinger, human rights defender and political activist, is joining us from Germany. Welcome.
Hello, hi, Babila. I understand you say from Germany. I'm in London, if I did not get reply. So welcome, and it's nice. It's always a pleasure to come and talk to our people back home.
All right, thank you for that correction. Now, we want to talk about issues concerning everybody, almost everybody in Cameroon, but especially the poor and low-income earners, from the big cities to the hinterlands. There is this problem, or these problems of inadequate potable water supply and electricity supply. And today we are talking about this situation at a time when cholera is making its way through the country. It started in the southwest region, and today we're talking about it in the littoral region of the country. And in the town of Douala, for example, the neighborhood of Makepe Misoke is now declared a red zone as far as the cholera outbreak is concerned by medical expert Dr. Roger Etoile. And there is this problem of water scarcity, which is a serious problem. In a recent publication, you said that, let me quote what you said, when it comes to campaigning for electricity, water, and creation of jobs in the Cameroon, all our civil servant politicians will shy away. On the contrary, they are very passionate on football matters. Let those who are in power use the same energy and passion that they have for football to provide world-class public services to our citizens. Tell us more about this.
Yes, but it started me. The last time I heard about cholera, I'm sure I was in Boya, I was in primary school, I was about, that's 40 years ago. So, it saddens me that today I sit here, I want to be talking about cholera in Cameroon. And we understand that we have just seen we saw the energy that the civil servant politicians, I call them because politicians in Cameroon are civil servants. I saw what they do, energy about football. I have a copy of my book here, Living Together, which is here. There's something in life which we call what basic necessity. Basic necessity is food, is water, is air, is shelter. If one of these needs is not met, a human being cannot survive. So when I sit here, I love football, that's a personal thing. But when we have in law what we call a scale of preference, water comes first. And when we see, I should make this clear. When I come on this program, I'm talking, people say they love Cameroon. If you love a country, you have to point out the weaknesses. In our country, not long ago, our Prime Minister, Mr. Diongute, said they wrote to Babaju, to Bamenda, who start in a week's time, nothing is happening. Again, President Biya said 30 years ago, Ring Road, Deep Sea Port, nothing is happening. And we keep on making these promises. And it is a shame that cholera, which is what is contaminated, the causes are what, like contaminated water, contaminated water, this underground water, those are some of the causes of cholera. And my point is, we are still using the same infrastructure that we used to use under President Aid. We are still using. We don't know what is happening now in Cameroon is the law of diminishing marginal returns. We are using the same thing. The population have increased to 27 million people, and we keep on using this thing. We don't see. I have my book, as I said, Living Together. What is more important among us as a people is water. It's not about a stadium. When I sit here, I scrutinize. I hold the government into account for using taxpayers' money. I'm not against them. It's because I love the country. One of the functions, or a couple of functions of the government, is is to redistribute income, is to provide water and other amenities for our population. And when we have a government that says certain things and they do nothing, in this living together, which I have a copy here, in June 2018, President Biya ordered the setting of 12.2 billion special assistance fund for the population in Northwest, Southwest, and Far North. They keep on writing literature, but they don't do anything. I believe in actions speak louder than words. Some people, they don't have the opportunity to be in power, like Mr. Biya has been there for 40 years. Some politicians in the Western world, they have just 5 years, one term in office to construct roads, electricity, water, and other things. So it's better believe we should come. If we love the country, we love to live together. What we need to do as a people, we should not be annoyed when people point the defects, the malfeasance, what is happening in our country.
These problems of inadequate potable water and electricity supply have been there for as long as Cameroon has existed, from the big cities to the rural areas. This problem is there. In Douala, Yaoundé, Bafoussam, Bamenda, Kumba, Buea, everywhere. These problems are plaguing the lives of citizens. Where is the problem, in your opinion? Is it a policy problem? Is it a problem of individuals? Is it a problem of slow pace of execution? Because government has lots of projects and actions that are geared or towards supplying enough water, electricity for the people.
Egocentrism, egoism. People are too selfish. Are people in office? Once somebody is comfortable, they have got their generator, and I'm talking about the people who governs Cameroon. They don't care about our people who live in the rural area or certain area. Yesterday, I was in touch in Cameroon. I was speaking to a relative, electricity was off. They don't care. If you look at most of our representatives in the Cameroon, they don't go to their villages. They live in Yaoundé, all of them. So they don't care what happened. It's about selfishness. If people don't care about a common person, you have to do politics with compassion. You have to think about your people. Our people don't do that. They don't care. They just sit there, and somebody like myself, if I sit here, I point things out. I don't do politics of hate. But when I look at our country, I believe we can do better. When I look at the amount of people who Mr. Biya put in prison, the amount of money that they have stolen, I believe we can use this money to make water accessible to everyone in Cameroon.
The President of the Republic and the government have been undertaking some initiatives over the years to step up potable water supply, to step up electricity supply, building dams, building power plants here and there. But the problem is still persisting. Where do we find the blockage? Is it that the money that is invested is not enough, or it is stolen? Because you seem to be just, putting all the blame on individuals who are stealing money. Is it just about the money that is stolen, or it is not even enough?
It might be part of competence, because you understand, Mr. Babila, you're in Cameroon. I understand journalists in Cameroon. It's very difficult for them to meet these people in place who are in power, to interview them and ask certain questions. I know sometimes people might be lucky, but in the Western world, if you question these people, if you ask some of these people who are running Cameroon, what are the functions of the government? They don't even know. So the problem about competence is very important. And again, when you take something like water, which is a necessity of life, and give it to a foreign company, they are there to make their profit. They don't care about the people. If you look at most of these utility companies in Cameroon, They are not owned by Cameroonians. I believe it's time that Cameroonians should start owning their own property, because any investment, they would like to put the investment back in Cameroon. But if you give it to a foreigner who doesn't care, they are just there to make their profit and take the money out of the country. That's a personal view, what I've seen. That's one of the problems to me. It is very important that being patriotic doesn't mean you love Cameroon. No. It means you want to see water, everybody should have water, electricity. You want to see everybody to be all right and fine. Come and go. We have had often. How many Cameroonians out of 27 million were watching that often? There are people who live in some rural areas, they don't have electricity, they don't have anything. Sometimes we are not used to the fact that we have to disagree in order to agree. When you criticize, I criticize the government. Why? They are in power and they have a certain duty. They collect taxpayers' money. They should use it for public interest. That's why I'm holding them. You call them scrutinized and holding them into account. It's not about hatred. It's telling them that you people are being in power. You people are using taxpayers' money. Are you using it judiciously or not? That's what I'm talking about. So it's not about hate. It's about use that taxpayer money better. If you cannot use it, allow other people. I respect people like Mr. Biya, the Prime Minister of Cameroon. But my point is, people like Mr. Biya, when they came from Europe to Cameroon, they had a lot of ideas, technology. After being in power for 50 years, we have new technology. It is time for us to have people with new ideas to run that country. I'm sure at certain stage in your life, you're tired. And sometimes you're lost, you don't have much ideas. So we need new people with modern technology to come back home and deal with this thing. If you look at our indomitable lions, all the players, they are all what? Diaspora, trained in foreign countries. We need people, whether it's a medical doctor, whether lawyers and engineers, to come together and work with people and up our standard. That's what is important. You cannot just use the footballers only to come to Cameroon. Use other people. We have experts, engineers, people in different fields who are just in the diaspora. Use them and let's make our country a better place.
So, Diwali Singh, before we go, the security situation remains quite unstable in the northwest and southwest regions of the country. Just today, we are receiving reports of 2 persons killed in Old Town in Bamenda, largely by a uniformed officer in a standoff between the officers and some civilians. Now, you said recently that guns cannot solve problems, but rather politics should be the option that should be used. Politicians should use their mandates, not guns, to solve these kind of problems. You're one of the persons who have been very outspoken on this situation. What did you mean by that when you said politicians should use their mandate and not guns to solve the problem?
The problem is, when you use gun, at the end of the day, you will still come back to solve the problem without using the gun. So at the end of the day, we have seen a lot of people who have been killed in Cameroon. We have seen a lot of people in Northwest and Southwest, young people. And when people say, let's make a place on government, we have seen senator, a barrister killed in Northwest region. We are losing our people. We will never bring these people back. At the end of the day, I don't expect the government to meet all of our needs in one instant. They have been in power for a long time. All is to put them pressure, using guns, making the place ungovernable, making our people, forcing them. I believe in civil disobedience. Civil disobedience, don't use force. And asking children not to go to school, you said they shouldn't go to school or what, is war crime. All those things. Unfortunately, some of my brothers who just joined and are trying to bring changes in Cameroon, they don't understand the laws and certain things that involve. To me, I don't believe in, I don't hate any person. All we need in Cameroon is equality. And when we put our voice together, peaceful protest, Gandhi did it, Martin Luther King did it, a lot of people have been doing these things. It is normal. If you put peaceful protest, at the end of the day, the struggle, as some people call it, or the fight we are fighting, some people in the diaspora have made it to look like a joke. To me, I pray and I keep on praying. These people in the diaspora at some time,
Sir Alex Njivelisinge, human rights defender, political activist, thank you so much for your time. And this is where we draw the curtains on this news edition on Equinox Television. Thank you for staying with us. Goodbye.